Sparling.
Hello, this is Joy.
And Philly.
And we're getting ready to make you a video of how you take your SureFit Designs blueprint for your pants that you already know fit you, and you've already made your muslin and you've used it before. You don't want to start with something that you're not sure fits you. So Philly's going to show you how to do this, and today is
January 1st, 2013.
And Happy New Year! I'm going to be behind the camera and Philly's going to be your instructor.
Okay, so I've got my SureFit Designs blueprint laid out. You see I've tweaked it. This is the front and this is the back. So this will fit me. In red, you see my original darts. It's very important that you know that your original darts, because that's going to help with the shaping, that you know exactly where that is.
So red's original.
Red is the original.
And here's the back over
Right.
here. Red's the original dart.
Right. And the green is where I've made some changes. So the first thing you've got to do is determine the center of the pants leg. So in order to do that, I took and I determined where my knee is. I'm very short, so I know yours will probably be much higher up. And so between the knee and the ankle, you want to fold it to meet. And you can see here's my knee, and here down here, well, the hemline or the ankle.
How did you determine where your knee was at?
I measured from the floor up to my knee using my little thing here.
Okay.
I stood it on the floor and just kind of looked down and
then measured up from your hem.
From my hem
to where your knee is in real life.
Right.
Okay,
exactly.
Gotcha.
So now I've folded that, and that creates the center. And it also creates your grain line for your pants leg. So you know now where your grain line is. And I'll draw it here in red. Or I should use the green. I can't remember what color I used, but okay, green.
That's the center of the leg.
The center of the leg.
The bottom of the pant
and the knee. Okay, and then you come on up.
Following that straight line.
Following that straight line, exactly. Just extend your grain line until you get up here into the where the darts are. And you're going to keep that dart, because that's the princess line, is following that dart. But you're going to have to curve your line now, and now it's going to start to split. So what I did is I found here's where my original dart is, and I just kind of curved it out using the French seam. Or the French ruler.
On that line.
That's the line I'm going to cut out.
Cutting line
and then I just flipped it over. Should have that just about right. And like that.
And so now your dart is built into your princess seam.
Exactly. And so then I just cut down this line, come back in here and cut this line, and that's going to give me my princess line. And I've got my grain line. Now this one over here was a little more difficult because you can see that my dart was farther over. So I want to make sure that I've got the exact same width of my dart. So I have, again, took my French curve and just blended it over into that dart.
Measured to make sure it's the same width as the old dart.
Right. And measured it over here and brought this one back up over here. And you see the curve. I'm going to have a curve there. That's my dart that's going to pull in that side, the width there.
Right.
And I had done the same thing here. I found my center, my grain line, exactly the same as I did on the front. Simple, simple. Then, let's see, this is the back. Let's try the front.
Okay, now she didn't cut her original blueprint because she'll use that in the future.
Right.
So she made a new pattern.
I had traced it. I had actually traced it off
on a new piece of paper.
On a new piece of paper, and then did all of the changes on it. But we forget that sometimes when we get excited in doing this. So now here is the pants front. And I need to do a little more tweaking on this because I didn't quite do my darts right, which I think I have now, but I didn't at that point.
You didn't add the 5/8 inch in a curve or something, right?
Right. I didn't curve this one. I didn't follow that dart line. I went straight up with it. So But, you know,
Small
first
problem.
time I've learned because I had to do a lot of tweaking right at that dart or that princess seam. The other thing that I did is you need grain lines. Of course, your grain line is right down here in the center, but I wanted to move over my grain line just because I wanted to, even though I know that seam is on the grain line. I just put my, where'd it go? Lost it. Here we go. I just laid down the my ruler right against that seam line.
Straight side, well, the straight princess seam.
Right.
Seam.
And just drew it so that I know I've got a good grain line there. The other thing that I had to do was add a 5/8 inch seam allowance. So I did that on both pieces. It curves like that one, and this one actually should have curved more.
Now, Kelly, hold up your two pieces because it's not showing good in the camera. How you have two half pieces now.
Right. And you
see here, now she has two, but that's the front. If she cut the middle seam lines off of that, she could glue it back together and it would be the old pattern.
Exactly.
So she has added 5/8 inch seam lines after she cut that princess seam out the center.
Without the dart, though.
And that's just the front. And yeah, the dart is now at the top of the princess seam.
I've sewed them up, and I've done some fitting on them already. And so here's the front. Oops, got to zip the zipper up. She told me that the last time. Okay, here it is. Here's my seams. I've added some pockets. This was kind of an experiment with pockets. I hadn't done that yet. And nice seam lines there.
Very nice.
Where gives me an extra place that I can slim things down if I need to.
And there's the back princess seam.
And the nice thing about it is I always wound up with this wrinkle underneath my buttocks area, you know, and that allows me to take some of that out of that, and so that they fit much nicer.
Yes, they fit much nicer, but they don't have a waistband yet, and they aren't hemmed up yet. So we'll do another video, or I'll take some pictures when we finally get the pants done.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.